I'll be the toast of Chichi Castanengo, and all day long my castanets will click.
Meet Dan Guerrero, a pioneer who represents Orgullo Latino. He's a theatrical trailblazer who stars in Gaytino, an autobiographical show that discusses the complexities of being gay and Latino and highlights his life's journey.
I grew up in East LA, and then I moved to New York to be in musical theater, and I performed for a few years. But it was at a time when it was still very much the blonde, blue-eyed juvenile, and I looked a little odd. They weren't sure what I was.
Dan got his start in the New York Broadway theater scene in the 1960s as a young Chicano, an exciting and awkward period in his life.
I don't know one soul in all of Manhattan. And gay life, even here, is still very much underground, as am I. I mean, it's the early 60s. Liberace is just flamboyant.
After performing on Broadway, Dan became a theatrical agent for clients such as the young Sarah Jessica Parker. He later moved back to Los Angeles and produced for television, including comedian Paul Rodriguez's acclaimed show Behind Bars. He also wrote and began performing Gaytino. A big part of that show is about Dan's relationship with his father, who once took Dan's best friend to lunch, only to ask him if his son was gay.
Dad wants to know once and for all if his eldest son is gay, and Carlos spills his guts for the price of a burrito.
This gay Latino leader has advocated and marched for Latino rights during the span of his career. He still fights to ensure Hollywood and Broadway are more inclusive to Latino stories. Dan wants to make sure other Latinos can shine in the spotlight.
Latinos face the same issues, even though it's better today than we did 20 years ago. We still have so few positive images. It's hard. It's very, very hard. Gay or straight, you know, so the Latino issue, it's still very difficult to sell Latino product.
Gaytino is a bridge, attracting audiences of all backgrounds, not just Latinos.
A Chicano is a Mexican-American who is not kidding.
I do this solo show, Gaytino, for people to understand what a Mexican-American, what a Chicano was, what it was like to be a Latino. At the same time, it's gay history, you know, what it was like being gay in New York in the early 60s. It was not like today. You know, young people are like, you couldn't even hold hands? I'm like, no.
As a leader, Dan hopes that the show will continue to be an inspiration and serve as a tool for empowerment for other LGBT Latinos.
There's still a lot of work to do. And again, there's no magic pill. How do we get together? We just will by common needs, by common struggles. We want to improve people's perceptions of us. We want to do positive images. And so those are things that unite us as Latinos.